aren't quite as regular as what we usually have. Good night, Charlie. Charlie had a size of a visitor's card since he hadn't been in the last, this week at all. So, yep, make sure you stop in front of a visitor's card, Charlie. I was going to ask you earlier about, Charlie, about if you ran a scope on yours and how you did it, because I have one of them little Keith-Kit scopes, HQ10 or H-something 10. I know it's got a 10 in it. And I was thinking hitting it with 300 watts probably wasn't going to be good. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to do that. And I have a scope, a regular scope, and it's got a little sample box on it. I think that's what I'm probably going to end up doing, just either putting that box in line where I can take a sample of the RF, because I don't think it's going to be able to, you can use it with 300 watts or something. I used to have one of those cheap frequency counters, and they would, I burnt that up hitting it too hard with the side of my one time. All that. Good morning, Perry. I am checking in there too, so I'm going to keep it short, turn it over to Perry, and see what's going on over in Pennsylvania. W3, you're all loud. Double C4D. Good morning, Perry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
I think that was Dan. I'm not sure. But I'll turn it over to Craig. Craig, drag your feet for a second, and I guess check to see if that was Dan. Good morning, Craig. Big signal out here on the other side of the state. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, Don. Good morning, everyone. Won't make it long. I just want to check in, get in the rotation here, and get settled in with my cup of coffee. Back out to you, Craig. Good morning. KB3RHR in the group W3MMR.
Go ahead, Kevin. I heard you in there. Go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, no, Craig. I'm not sure who all's there. I heard Perry and Don. KB3RHR in the group. KK4GZQ. And Don, my neighbor over here. And I know Charlie's there. Morning, Charlie. On the BC-610 this morning. And hello to Gary, WB4NKA Deltona. On the up to 101E, and hello to Andrew, N2YKX, I believe is called. It's been a while since I've worked this. But nonetheless, I've got my first cup of coffee, sat down here, get me in the rotation, guys. Good morning to all of you, and I'm on the North Trip this morning. BC-610G here, listening to you guys on an HQ180. Back to you, Craig, KB3RHR with the group. Happy Friday, KK4GZQ.
Yeah, happy Friday. Happy vacation day for me. I'm already tapping into them. This is the first one, though, so, well, today's the first one, and Monday's the second one, so you got to use them or you'll lose them. That's all. Good morning, Dawn. I heard you in there before, and I don't know why I didn't register. I just didn't pick you up. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm drinking coffee and checking the weather and doing all kinds of stuff, but good morning to you, and good morning, Perry. I don't want to leave Andrew out in this. I don't know how the mix-up is now, but I'll turn it over to Andrew. What am I going to tell you? Oh, scope stuff. I guess that would be a good question for Gary or you, Charlie, or whatever. Is this? And I talked to Jerry. I ended up talking to Jerry, so we have to ask him the question. Do they make a pickup unit just for that? I guess for the RF side. I don't know if I would like to put that little Tektronix scope on this, because like I said, the only one I've got right now is the REA. Not that I think I'm out of line or anything, but just to learn. And I don't know that there is a pickup, and I really hate jamming things in the door, so I'd rather keep it clean looking anyway. So I guess that's my question to you, if there's a pickup unit or something. And Dawn, I had that same scope. I ended up getting it for $10, and it looked brand new. And I have it on the input and the output of the T3 side of the room. I got it on the R390A. So works well. With those kid scopes, you can get them really cheap if you really look around. Both, I guess, on eBay, which is a chance, or like a Hamcase or wherever, but Hamfest, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. I'm dragging for words here. But anyway, everybody sounds good. I'll keep it moving. I'll give it to Andrew, and I don't know, unless if I'm out of line, then somebody tell me. N2YKX, KB3RHR, go ahead.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's been changing, as it always does in the morning, But anyway, good morning to Don and Kevin and Perry. Oh, by the way, Perry, I was talking to your father, I don't know, before 5 o'clock this morning even. I came down early and I was working on that Ranger, and I was listening, and I heard your father talking to a guy named Dave, KA3DPV, who was on a 480 Kenwood. His audio was, he had 25 watts of carrier, and his audio was very low, so I guess he's new to AM, and he's trying to figure all that out, this guy Dave, but I have a feeling we'll hear from him maybe again. So yeah, I was talking to your father. He was sounding good. He really has that 101 sounding amazing. Really, I mean, that's one of the the regular. I know that Yaesu now they came out with a new FT 101. I'm thinking I'm not sure what your father's working on, but is that one of the original FT 101s? Or is it one of the new ones? Because if it's one of the old ones, he's really got that thing dialed in real well, sounding real good. So, I mean, I have Don, Perry, Craig, Kevin, Gary, Charlie. That's who I see that's who I think is here. So I was passing it to Charlie, but really supposed to be passing it to Gary. So I'm going to pass it to Gary, and I guess we'll take it from there. So WD4NKA in the group, N2YKX.
And good morning, Don and Perry. You sound good down here, MMR. And Kevin, she's sounds very good down here too. You always do. Into the part of the morning where I have to disappear from the cockpit here without notice. That happens. Just continue on. But sometimes when I'm coming before I tend to attend to things, and I just plan for it. It doesn't mean I'm signed out necessarily, just means I have to mess around. That's the way it is. Don and Charlie, so I think as far as the oscilloscope and hitting it with power, I know I'm operating an SB-610, which maybe that's the 10 you're thinking of. It's the SB-610 that's made to go with the SB series heat kits. And it has an attenuated sampler that's built into it. It's nothing more than a pickup. And the pickup is tied to a potentiometer. And also a multi-position switch. I'm sorry, just a multi-position resistor. That's what it is. It's a multi-position resistor. You can dial in the size of waveform that you want, and that's based on the power that you're running through it. And so you can hit this thing with 300 watts just about carrier. It's not going to hurt anything. You just dial it back a little bit. But I've also seen all kinds of projects for just for high power radios and stuff like that. So
I have to jump out for a few minutes.
I have
All right, Andrew.
on the RF book. It's easy to pull with it. Should be no problem at all. But, yeah, I'm happy with mine. The little 60 is good. It looks good. It's the same general size as BC-101 and the 30 over. Got the man. You know, and I'm going to be rebuilding the desktop. I'm going to be putting all the smaller ECU up the top. The ECU-101 actually looks like all that stuff. I'm just looking at it. They're the same color and everything. I think it's pretty amazing. And then I'll be putting the motors on the bottom. So it'll be a kind of a construction project, but I'll be doing that sometime probably late this spring or early this summer. Charlie, I guess I'll bring it to you. I guess you turn it over to Ron, and I guess from there it goes to Murray, and then to I'm guessing maybe you'll get that right. But anyway, over to you, Charlie. K4FNY. Up there, he's trying to hold it to share the head.
Come on, GAS.
Good morning, K9GAS in the group, K4FNY. That's my next victim right there. Anyway, good morning, Don, Perry, and good signals in here this morning. Yeah, I used to have one of those BC-610 monitors here. I used it for a while. It was okay, but you know, I feel like I'm wasting an instrument. This whole monitor is expensive, and I've got two of them. So one of them I can fire up and look at the percentage meter on AM. It does a fine job. But I remember those SB-610s. They were real. They're still real nice. You see them once in a while at I've kind of shied away from ham constructed stuff. Golly, I've seen some real quagmires. So anyway, let me get it to Ron. Ron is K3 MLR and KK4GZQ after you. So and I'm gonna go and make a stop by the Oval office and recycle some coffee and get me a fresh cup. So I'll be right back. C4D in the group, K4FNY.
K4FNY, WC4D. Good morning, Jerry, and I'll turn it over to you when I get done. And then there was another one that checked in just right before. I didn't get to hear who that was, so you might drag your feet and pick up the other break. Good morning, everybody. Terry's been messaging back and forth and giving me ideas on what to do about building this little box, and I got something similar that somebody built for me, and I had forgot about it. It's been several years ago. Completely forgot all about that little box, and it's got a little B and C tag on it, and it might be exactly what Terry's doing here. But Terry's giving me some good ideas, and I guess I'm just getting so old, sometimes I forget about stuff. I spent the day in the shack yesterday cleaning it up. Well, I thought I cleaned it up, but I really didn't clean anything. I just moved things around from one spot to another. And got some dust. And that was about the extent of it. I tried to throw away a bunch of old papers and stuff. It's amazing how much you can accumulate. I print out every little thing that comes across the internet about different radios that I have, and I've noticed in the last 2 years I've bought 4 packs of paper. Well, if you think about 4 packs of paper and printing, somewhere all that paper has to be sitting. And I put it in these little folders that I go out and buy, and sometimes I put it in my filing cabinet, and sometimes they get piled up. And we're at the point of everything's piled up right now. So, trying to clear all that mess up, too, and put stuff in the filing cabinet. And I almost filled a whole drawer up in the filing cabinet. Stuff like that. Well, Gary, you're sounding good down there still, down there in Daytona. You're still holding up really good up here. That's always a plus. There's the bounce change here in just the next 45 minutes, you'll probably be fading out towards us up here. And we'll be picking up Northern Florida when we start picking up Joe and Art and them. They usually kick in about 6:30, and we start getting them. Andrew's doing strong stuff from Long Island out there. I think that's where he said he was. If that's the case, he's doing a really good job because East Coast usually fades out too pretty early. We usually lose Chris and stuff up there in the morning, a little after 6 when he's on her. But considering next week this time, this will be 10 or 12 minutes after, 10 minutes after 5. So now we're going to rethink about how everything is and where everybody's at again. I'm going to turn it back over to Perry. Perry, thank you for sending me all that stuff, and that link I haven't had time to look at it just yet because I've been yapping here. So I'll look at the link, and we'll say good morning to, and I guess I need to turn it over to Jerry, not Perry. And Jerry can turn it over to Perry, and then pick up the other break with Jerry. K9GAS. K4JCP.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you the first time. Joe, good morning. Let me switch my antenna here. Alright, there we go. It wasn't bad the other way, but this is the proper one. Well, good morning, Ron. Nice Gary. Yeah, I heard you. Real nice signal this morning. Charlie. Secretary mentioned Yellow. And Joe, I heard you. And then the radio station. Don, you mentioned my mind's still asleep, I guess. I'll figure out who that is. Say your name and your call. I need to make my coffee yet. I'll go out here in a minute. Just kind of come from the bed to the chair. When you're an old guy, you know it takes a minute. Anyway, let's see here. Let me pick up Joe, and I guess Joe can send it to Perry. Pick up the breaker. I was instructed by the master there going. Anyway, nice job with Charlie making a visit to the Oval Office. Hey, change some stuff when you're in the Oval Office there, Charlie, for us. Anyway, K4JCP, good morning, Joel. And then I guess back around to Perry. This is Jerry. Here in Greenwood, Indiana. I think we're in a little bit of rain overcast this morning, but it's supposed to be in the air 50, I think, again today. I think 60 for Sunday. Yeah, and I think the time changes, so we're going to bump up an hour, so this will be 7:13 instead of 6:13, so I'm going to get up later, but I guess it make me go out earlier, I hope. K4JCP, here she comes, K9GAS. There you go.
K9GAS in the group, K4JCP, and good morning to all from Fort Walton Beach. So we've got 49 degrees and wall-to-wall starlight for a change. Supposed to have a few nice days here, I guess. And good morning to the group. I'll see you. And Jerry, you're in here good and strong. I heard down in Deltona, never kiss alligators. Good morning to you, Fort Walton. Terry, MMR, I'll get it to you here in a minute. Morning, Kevin. This is 610 Friday, so we're on Old Falkenstein here. Red Hot Radio. I heard Craig in here, and of course, the gas man there, K9GAS. So everybody's sounding good. Sound like the band's in good shape. So let's see, I was supposed to turn it to Penn. MMR and the group. If I missed anybody, catch you next go around. K4JCP.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. K4JCP in the group from W3MMR. And good morning to everyone else who checked in. Good morning, Jerry, the gas man, sounding good. And to Southeastern PA this morning, good conditions here this morning. A little bit of band noise, but nonetheless, everyone's coming to Q5. Gary, good morning to you. Coming out of Deltona. Great copy up here as well. Yeah, Don, I sent you all those pictures. I mean, as you can see how simple it is to build a pickup. I mean, it's super simple. I've built 4 or 5 of them. The one I sent you the picture of is just one cobbled together that I've been using for a couple of years. That's currently on my DX100. I used that with my amplifier when I was running a different rig and not the Anon into the amplifier there. Because I don't use the scope with the Anon. It's really kind of pointless almost, because it's almost impossible to go past 100, hit 100% on the negative side with the Anon, and I have the LP500 for that if needed anyway. So I moved it over to the DX100. But like I was saying, for 300 watts of carrier or more, you might need to throw a little resistor from that magnet wire to ground for a little bit of attenuation. But you can. All you gotta do is try, and the less turns that you put on that core, that toroid, the less strong the signal, the carrier envelope you'll be picking up will be. So you can try with less turns and without the resistor, or more turns and the resistor. I mean, it's up to you. It's just something you can mess around with. But as you can see, they're super easy to build. I mean, you can literally build one for less than $10 in parts. You can get those little project boxes. They're like 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch by, an inch tall. From Amazon or anywhere else for a couple bucks. Hammond makes them, and they're super simple to build. People sell them. There's a couple companies that sell them with adjustable attenuation and all this stuff, but you'll spend $50, $60, upwards of $100 on RF samplers. That you can build one for less than $10. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it's just it was more cost effective just to build one. And Clean RF is the company that makes a really, really nice one if you wanted to just spend the money and buy it. But and they make different models, and ones with built-in modulate, where you can the AM demodulator built in, RF demodulator, so you can hear what your audio sounds like, so on and so forth there. So you can always go that route, or you can build one with an AM monitor built in. That's what I did with I don't know if you saw the picture I posted on the AM group of my TR relay that I built, that has the scope pickup in it, RF pickup in the relay, and it also has the AM modulation monitor I built in there as well. So you can, I have the circuits and the schematics and all that stuff for that too, if you're wanting to feel froggy and build that as well. So, and the stuff, like I said, is real simple to do. If you could fire up a soldering iron, you could do it there. So I'm glad I could help. And with that, good morning to Kevin as well. GZQ. Excuse me. I thought you were doing Kevin when I first keyed up. When I unkeyed, I didn't have the volume turned up, and I saw your carrier drifting when you first keyed up, and I thought it was Dan, because sometimes when you key up, his carrier will drift up a few hertz there. So that's what I thought it was. But then, nevertheless, sounded great, Kevin, and good to hear everyone on the BC-610s on BC-610 Friday, and Craig real good on the vacation. I'm sure it's well deserved, buddy, and hope you enjoy it, and hope things are looking on the up and up as far as work goes. What we talked about off the air there. So hopefully everything's going well out there. So with that being said, I'll turn it back to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ in the growing group from W3MMR.
W4AX is a braking station. Who is the other braking station? KK4GZQ. I forgot to mute the receiver. Sorry about that, Brian. Good morning, Brian. Backwards to Mac, W4AX. Just trying to get your calls written in here. W3MMR. from Pennsylvania with the group KK4GZQ. And again, good morning to Mac and Brian, and hello to Jerry, K9GAS, Gas Man, to Joe, K4JCP. Joe, happy BC-610 Friday to you. And Brian, 38KHZ wanted to get on this morning, and with his 610 as well. So, Mac, look what you started. You got a bunch of them in here. We've been spreading the word, and I believe Steve, W8TOW, is going to be in here today with one as well. So, looking forward to hearing everybody on. And just a quick, since it's such a big group and everything, I just wanted to make a comment to Don. Whiskey Charlie 4 Delta. And by the way, Perry, I saw that pickup unit that you made and was very impressed. I like that. And I have tried to make I attempted one time in the early going at making an RF pickup, but I just didn't know enough about it. I think I could actually do it now with a Torrid, piece of coax, a couple of SO239 connectors, an RCA connector there, a chassis connector there, and some sort of little box, and you're off and running, I think. But I just wanted to ask you all, and I believe every one of you should know to tell me, but what's wrong with the way I'm doing my scope here? It doesn't matter how much power I run through it, Don. It's picking up on the outside of the coax. I'm running what they call an inductance coil. It's about 13 turns of maybe a number 12 solid piece of wire that's insulated, and I've got 13 turns going on the backside of the MT3000A tuner here, and then I just basically hook it to each end of the coil via a little alligator clip on each end. Y'all let me know what's wrong with that. And I'm sitting here watching my modulation. I guess just for those purposes, it'd probably be all right. I don't know. You guys will let me know. Anyway, Mac, let's get you and Brian in here. And I was turning it up to crank KB3 RHR, so you might stagger it however you want to do it. W4AX to take it. It'll go to KB3 RHR. You or Brian, one or the other. And Brian's call is W8KHZ, Mac. W4AX in the group, KK4GZQ. Good morning, Mac. KK5IM.
All right, good morning, and Jay's in there as well. Good morning to you, Jay. Good morning, Kevin. Happy BC-610 Friday to everyone. I'm on the BC-610 India and the R399. And far so good. You never know the first time you tee it up what you're going to get on some of these old rigs. I've got a lot of work in the hospital for somewhat minor repairs. I've got one more to put in, but I'm on the R399, which went in the hospital for a bad selenium rectifier over trials, the relay circuits and everything. That's why my breakdown wasn't working. So found that when I was swapping out, it was a type of selenium rectifier that I'd not seen. It looked kind of like a power resistor with 5 taps on it. Wasn't hard to figure out, but just hadn't seen one like that in all the restorations I've done. Anyway, pretty free and clear here today, and we've got to work Jay in here as well. So I'll pass it to Brian as instructed, and then Brian or Craig, you need to pick up Jay, KK5IM. W8KHZ kilohertz, W4AX.
Okay, W4AX, this is W8KHZ. Good morning to everyone here. Big group. Get up this early, so I have to apologize. We're waking up here a little bit now, but I heard rumors of, all these 610s, BC-610s in the morning on Friday morning. I gotta get in on that, and so here I am. Good morning to Kevin. A bunch of guys in there. I've been listening here for, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes, something like
got the E model here geared up with Alex got 28, so pretty classic setup there. So looks like no pizza, and Steve WW mentioned he might get in here to get right yet. Guys, thanks for letting me get in here and letting you guys hear this, you know. Kind of find more opportunities to get it on the air here. So, grew up here in New Michigan. Woke up this morning early and heard the wind howling outside. Getting some snow too, so it's kind of tough days to stay inside. Fortunately, I have a day off work, but I do have to go upstairs and get my wife out of bed. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to put this my one and only. Thanks again for letting me get in here, and maybe try to get in here again one of these Friday mornings if I can find myself out of bed early enough. So, anyway, that's enough out of me, guys. Big group in here. Thanks again for letting me in here. I'm going to get KK5IM, I think was the call. So, KK5IM, go ahead and pick it up. This is Liberty and Cage that saying good morning and 73 guys.
In 4JK.
Hey, this is WD4NK. I'm going to check out of here. Have a good morning. WD4NK is clear.
All right. Okay, very good. I'm not sure who that station was that turned it to me. It was the 8. I could barely hear you, but then I picked you up on the remote, so I apologize for not copying. And Art, copy you. To you. Kevin, good morning back. So there are plenty of others out there this morning. So good morning from Texas. It is March the 6th. Today is Alamo Day. Texas, Holy Day. Commemorating the fall of the Alamo and the birth of Texas. Many of you know, and those of us that feel our liberties are threatened once again. Alamo is a shrine and a cause that we definitely, those of us, believe in. So, we'll be at 46. BC-610 I've heard this morning so far. Sounds good. I hope you got a lot of BC-610s out there this morning. So let's run her on down and see who else is out here. And I got the picture from Joe yesterday of the grounding copper-clad bonds there. The flip-flops, copper-clad flip-flops. Kevin, I know you've got that picture. I'll tell you, these guys are going to take care of you big time. That's just priceless art. N4J, I have no idea where it goes from there. KK5IM.
KN4HH. It goes to KB3RHR. Out.
Okay, thanks, Kevin. This is N4JK. Good morning, Jay. Well, I'm going to say hello to everybody. Matter of fact, I'm not sure who all's in here, but good morning to the gang. Just trying to get started. And did have my cup of coffee, so all's good. And I've been listening for a few minutes, and I've heard the 610s. Man, they all sound good. Even Joe, you sound good, Joe. Joe has done masterful work on the well-grounded flip-flops. You just really want to help Kevin out whatever you can. He's just such a deserving fellow. Joe just really going out of his way to find something to help Kevin in his endeavors. Anyway. Let me pass it on and see how Craig is this morning. KB3RHR in the group for N4JK.
N4HH.
Yeah, got you in there, Bob. I heard you. So I acknowledge KN4HH. Good morning. Good morning, Art. Joe, I heard you really strong earlier. I don't know about now. So the group's getting a little bit big. But good morning, fellas. 2 comments real quick here. Perry, thanks for that link. Clean RF. Although I don't see my power level because I run 1.21 gigawatts up here, so I'll have to get that sorted out. Good morning to everybody just jumping in here. Everybody's doing fine business bang-up job here in southwestern PA, where it's vacation day here at the RHR station. So, we're going to go do something today. And I think there's a Shamrock Shake involved in it. What do you think of that? It's that time of year. With the food line, Joe and Art, maybe today will be the day, but I did tell you a long time ago, we do now have a gas station chicken place. That's right. Southern Cuisine moves north of the Mason-Dixon line. And I really think I really need to go do a review of that. Get that on the internet so you guys can check it out and critique it to make sure it meets all the standards of Southern fried gas station chicken. So maybe we'll do that today. But that's got my interest peaked. Even being down there in that vacation, everything was great, but that gas station chicken sticks out in my mind forever and ever. So maybe we have something going on up here. Maybe somebody harnessed the good qualities of Southern fried gas station chicken and moved it north. And if that is the case, I'll be in trouble. Because if they have biscuits, turnip greens, and macaroni, it's going to be bad. My waistline can't afford that. So at this point, I have no idea who it goes to. But good morning to everybody. And Kevin, I'll let you, since you're in the middle, hand it off to somebody. I don't know who it goes to. Good morning, guys. This is KB3RHR here near Pittsburgh.
Okay, it'll go to, good morning, Bob, KN4HH, and Bob, pick up, send it back to Don, Whiskey Charlie 4 Delta is a rotation on that. Go ahead. Good morning, KK4GZQ.
Okay, well, thank you, Kevin and everyone. KK4GZQ in the group, KN4HH. Good morning, everybody. I'm on the pipsqueak this morning using the Geico 720, running 50 whole watts, and modulating with the 730 and listening on the 51S1. Craig, what a pleasure it is to hear you. Boy, it's been a long time, guy. I'm sure hope you're doing well up there, and hope you hadn't got too much of that bad weather. It's doggone, guys. It's raining again this morning. I'm telling you, I swear I'm going to stock the front yard with fish. It's just amazing this morning, but what can I say? At any rate, sure good to hear you guys this morning. Good morning to Jay and Matt. And I believe this is Friday, so I expect some BC-610s to show up, including yours, Kevin, I hope. Okay, Don, here she comes. WC4D, KN4HH.
KN4HH, WC4D. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Art. Good morning, Jay. What a list. Man, I started here a little bit. I got Andrew, Charlie, Stan, Gary, Craig, Perry, Kevin, Jerry, Max, Brian, Jay, Art, Bob, and Joe. If you guys can keep up with all that, good luck, because I am way out of control on this one. We have passed it. We have skipped over Andrew. We've skipped over Charlie. We've skipped over, Steve did leave, I think, and Gary's still in there, so I don't know. I have no idea where it goes. But, yeah, gas station chicken, boy, I tell you what, living in Florida, that was a staple food there. And I guess in some places they used to call that broasted chicken. There was another place they used to have. And I remember getting that, and boy, that was one of my favorites there. But, I've cut, my kids and all that, they cut their teeth on gas station Southern chicken. We had plenty of it when we lived in Florida. And, all the around here was a few places, but not near as many as they had down there. But them gas station delis were that and corn dogs. Well, I'll tell you what, those were staples back in the day. I'm not going to hold it with this big list on here. I'm going to turn it over to Perry. And Perry, I don't know, should we get, I don't know how to get Andrew and all them back into the rotation again. So, and Charlie. So I'm going to turn it to you, and you can turn it to one of them maybe. W3 MMR, WC4D. Good morning, all.
WC4D in the group, W3MR. Yeah, I walked away to use the bathroom and came back, and there's just 5 or 6 more people, so I completely lost track. Like I was saying yesterday, maybe it's a full-time job trying to keep track of the order. How many people that we get in here sometimes. So, with that being said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bob, on the pipsqueak this morning. Good morning to Jay. Good morning to Mac. I think I heard Art in there. I know I heard Joe in there. And good morning to everyone else and anyone else I may have missed. I know Andrew had to scoot out. He did break in a while back and said he had to run. I don't know if he's coming back or not, or if he is back. So when I turn it to, I've been turning it to Kevin. Then I have Kevin to turn it to Mac. That's what I got written down here. So drag your feet, Kevin, and see if Andrew's back in there. But anyway, I'm going to say 7-3, guys. I'm probably not going to be able to get in there for one more before I got to get ready for work here. So everybody have a great day. Everybody on the BC-610s are sounding great this morning. Good copies up here in southeastern Pennsylvania. Great hearing everyone. And we'll catch up with you guys. I guess whoever's going to be on the old military radio net tomorrow morning, I'll be here 4:30. I usually get in there 4:15 for the pre-net. And conditions have been really good for the old military radio net for the past couple months. There's been 1 or 2 Saturday mornings where the band's been very long. And the guys up here we have a hard time with. But hopefully tomorrow morning things keep on the up and up there. So 7-3, guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to everyone a little bit later on down the log. Down to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ in the group. 7-3, guys, from W3MMR.
N2YKX. See you later, Perry.
See you, Andy.
Make your transmission and send it down to Charlie, K4FNY. Over.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who did I send it to?
Charlie, K4FNY, Charlie to Atlanta.
Sounds good. All right, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I had a little bit of emergency I had to run and take care of, but I'm back in for a little while anyway, and so had a little bit of tree work done yesterday around my wire antenna, which ended up working out okay for me. They didn't knock anything down. I actually wasn't here when they did it. They said they were going to do it sometime this week, and I was not here when they did it. But my wife was kind enough to make sure they understood that the wire hanging up in a tree is not to be disturbed. So I had a branch that was below my wire, and it was interacting a little bit. So I'm very happy that branch is gone. So now I have a really nice installation of this of the wire there up in the tree. What else? I don't know who is. I mean, it sounds like a whole new group is in since I left, but I know I was sending it to Gary earlier, so I guess that works out. So let's see, KD4NKA in the group, N2YKX.
Okay, Andrew, and Gary had signed, and just send it down to Charlie, K4FNY, over.
Okay, yeah, jeez. All right, so K4FNY in the group, N2YKX.
Good morning. Andrew, I think I'll try to here today. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I've got to get some early morning stuff done here. It can't be avoided. So I'm involved in BC-610 Fridays. A lot of nice sounding stations on the air. 610's a lot. So say, well, Kevin, I've got you next after, you want to go and then turn it to Jerry. The gas man there. JK4GZ2 in the group. K4FNY, M3.
Okay, gas man, I'm sure you're picking up TD4UMU mobile. We want to get the mobile in. And just send it on down the list. I'm way down there. So why don't you guys, after everybody gets it, you can send it back to me. I've had it enough here. K9GAS to take it. KK4GZQ in the group. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, Kevin, then I'll send it to Dan, but who does Dan send it to?
Sorry, Dan, I'm sorry, gas man, I walked away. I was going to get coffee. Jerry, it goes down to Joe, K4JCP, over.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of got lost too. Yeah, Dan, I'll send it to you here in a minute. Hopefully you're hearing me. If not, you'll have to, somebody will relay. Boy, what a group here. Good morning to Mac, JR, Brian. Who else checked in here? Bob, I think. I don't remember. It's an alphabet group. Hey, I'm on my BC-610 /7000 DLE. And Perry, I don't know what you're thinking. Man, I can overdrive my end and plus into the negatives in a heartbeat. So these things will splatter like everything else. There's nothing in the end in beta software that controls that. So I'm using an Raquel monitor that monitors negatives and positive the old school way, and it's calibrated. So it will do it. Kevin, the way you're doing your monitor just fine. Man, there are 16 ways to Sundays how to do that, I mean, it's like, Borginano was talking, and you can, simple box, you just cut the coax loose, put the ground to the box, the center lead to the center, put a BNC connector, put a straight wire, bend it, and have it just air coupled to that. Pretty much like it is. I mean, resistors, capacitors, I mean, holy cow. Yeah, there's a ton of ways if you're just trying to monitor your scope and even audio. So, but no, what you're doing, you got a good clean trace and good clean pattern on your scope. Yeah, it works fine. So, I mean, you can just lay a piece of coax to it and let it couple together if the signal is strong enough. So, or with the right scope anyway. Depends on the input of that thing, but anyway, good stuff. And a clean RF thing, well, save your money. Tyler's a nice guy, but there's nothing inside those things. But that's something I have to don't want to just buy it. That's one way. But but I like Tyler. I talked to him for a little bit, let's see here. I'm probably always getting in trouble. Anyway, let's see. I'll send it to Dan since he's mobile, and he'll be there pretty quick. KD4UMU, I hope you're hearing me. And everyone in the group sounded pretty good, big group. Go ahead, Dan. This is Jerry, K9G.
Got a real nice copy and a lot of nice things. Not going to keep it long because, I am mobile. The band's not in great shape this morning. But anyway, was listening to a lot of AM at the house and went to trip into this morning. But didn't fire up until I got in the parking lot. We've got 30 plus guys working on all our customers. So lots of leaves and stuff, and the wind kind of pushed into the other lane, so refrain from getting on the radio for at least to hit the parking lot. But anyway, good morning to all. Hearing nice signals, like say in the mobile out here, hearing mostly just about everybody, so not too active. I just heard that to Joe, K4JCP. Hey guys, sign me out, and thanks for
Okay, Dan, I can for you and K4JCP, and
Got you in here mobile again this morning. That's amazing. And good morning to the folks who weren't here on the last go around. So far, good to see you. A couple of them I've run up to the SDR to get it in a little bit better, but it's a good morning and 610 Friday. You know, Frankenstein is leaving his he had one of them Kelly boots too. He ain't got no one let's see, what did I say? Well, England's got all this populated now. And I was to Terry, who is checked out and gone.
Joe, it goes, let's see here. It goes to Mac. W4AX and then out to J. And then from J to Art and Art to Bob.
Okay, well, fine. Thanks, Kevin. Q4, W4AX. And, sure, Kevin, maybe the next time you cross that, let us know how many 16s you've counted. I've been trying to count. I think I've got about 8 so far, but maybe you've got a better count than I do. It's quite amazing when you consider these radios are 80 years old and, you know, the great quality they must have been built to. Some of the things are getting a little out of stadium, but that's still parts for humans. Anyway, a great mobile signal from you, Dan, and I try to check the old military radio net up mornings, but there's some people. It's really difficult to just sit there for an hour and a half. And Craig, gas station chicken. There's 3 places within 5 miles of me. I live here in the country in Georgia. I'm not lying in Atlanta, but up in the country and Labrador. After having lived in the city a lot and having lived around the world most of my life. All right. You pass it to Craig, but I passed it to Brian last time. But I will follow instructions. So if we skip to Brian, we'll just get you back in here. KK5IM, W4N.
And he was just one and done, Mac. You're good to go, Jack.
Okay, very good, very good. Good rotation there. I got them all down. Yeah. I think I got everybody. So thanks, man. W4AX, KK5IM, and good morning to everybody downstream there. Bob, Dan, Bob, Don, Terry, Ron, Charlie, Jerry, Dan, Joe. And Joe, I was telling Art earlier that about that picture, you're just a master craftsman there. And I think you probably should have gone for it. Kids that makes that with shirts that they used to sell in the malls. I forget that had everything. You'd be able to afford, as many 610s as you need. A couple of quick points here. Number one, Craig, are you still buying KT3RHR? Or are you still there, Break?
Yes, sir. Listening.
That was that a yes?
Roger.
Okay, very good. Well, you really have hit something up there. RHR. First off, the 1.21 gigawatts. Very good. I like that back. The solar prime station chicken. Very good. Now, down here in Texas, of course, there's some of that, but it's overshadowed by gas station barbecue. And in East Texas, it's typically East Texas hot wings, which are sausage made out of whatever happens to be available, but very, very spicy. That's what gas station food, and it's becoming pretty rare because of the interstate highway system. But if you can go back to the old, what we call the old roads, USA
it's good. Some of it's anyway, thanks for bringing that to the forefront. And Jerry, we need to talk about that clean RF print at some point in time when we've got 2 minutes we can exchange back and forth. That was a $400, I think something like that, $400 investment that I did. Boy, I sure wish I had my money back. That really got me. All right, let's move it on here. I see it going back down south here for N4JK. Go ahead, KK5 IN.
Well, I think it goes to Joe first of all.
No, not Joe had it. Ask me the other guy.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm trying to follow Kevin's lead, and Kevin's running it, so what can I say? Well, Jay, first of all, I realize that today is a sacred day in both the Texas and Alamo Day. I wonder if there's a special ceremony over Whataburger or something appropriate. Bob, good morning to you. Pipsqueak sounds great over here. Darren, I wanted to pass on a tip to you that might be handy. I heard you talking about collecting hints and kinks on different pieces of gear over here and putting it in a folder. One thing I've done that helped a little. I have a program called Cute PDF, and whenever I see on the web that I want to save, rather than generating paper, I'll make a PDF file and store it on the computer. And that's real good for handling data for the hand gear, also for paid bills and things like that. I've been using that for years. Mac, glad you're on here this morning. I heard you were puny yesterday. You don't sound puny today. You're loud. And it was amazing. This quality gear that was designed 80 years ago is useful on the air and as good as anything that's made today. 610 sounds just great. So let's see. I'm going to throw it over to Bob and see how that works out. N4HH in the group. I wanted to wave hi to Dan, and I guess he's going postal right now. KN4HH in the group, N4JK.
Okay, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And in the group, KN4HH. Good morning, everybody. Great signals. Good to hear all you guys on this morning. And I heard you fired in the order. That was amazing. Really, really good. Greg, I got one other tip for you. When you master some chicken, the next thing you need to do is compare roller food. Down here in the south, we have roller food. And you got to compare roller food down here. Otherwise, you'll have a completely experience. Okay, big crowd, guys. Again, great to hear everybody. Great to hear all those BC-610s. That's why I figured with all that, I thought I'd go to the other end of the spectrum and get the light iron this morning. But at any rate, I got the iron making about 50 watts this morning. Okay, I was turning it to John, WC4D, so I'll continue to do that. He said good morning, everybody, but I'm assuming he just said good morning again, so I'm assuming you're still there, Don. WC4D, 4HH.
KN4HH, WC4D. Yeah, good morning, Bob. I was just saying good morning to everybody, because on my list right now, since I've been on this morning, that's a pretty good sized group. I'll tell you what they've had on the old military radio net is just incredible. We've been up 26 or 27, I think, on there. And how Ted can keep up with that, he's not usually in a good location to hear everybody a lot of times. And he doesn't do web SDR, so I think this struggles a lot of times for different parts of the country. One thing about being in Western Kentucky, we're pretty well central, right? and we hear everybody from the west, and the only things that usually drop out for us will be the northeast up there in Maine and New Hampshire and stuff. And if they get on early, we hear them fine. Later it gets some more than fade away. But that's normally how ours go. And everybody, like I said, Mac and stuff, man, he's booming in here. He was 40 over this morning, Mac. And Joe, you're really good too. I had a good copy on Dan, and Dan is only, he's always coming in Duluth, so he's only about 70, 80 miles away from us there, from me, and that's pretty good for a mobile to be making that for this movie, so I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to say 73 to everybody and get out of here. My wife is doing work here. I'm going to go upstairs and say goodbye to her. And so that's kind of a comment about all the BC-610s. And I'm sitting there looking at mine thinking, why am I not on it yet? And there's no answer. Just procrastination and laziness is the only reason I put it on the air yet. I really like to put it in a different location, but the way it is down here in the basement, I don't know where to put it at. I really don't. And I'm going to have to do some thinking to make some changes, but that's going to be meanwhile. So, good morning and 73 to everybody. I'm going to turn it up to Craig, I think. Maybe where it needs to go. It's going to walk as a cartoon. So, KG, RHR, WC4D. Good morning.
Whiskey 8 Tango Oscar Whiskey, BC-610 Echo.
Yeah, there's TOW. All right, well, let me do my one and done then, because we're going to go do something today. I went back and mustered her up, so she says, we're off. We need to sleep in, but that's for old people. We need to get going here, so everybody sounds good on their BC-610s. I even wish I'd have fired up the T3, but anyway, okay, well, listen, today you will get, Joe and Art, you will get the northern version of the Southern Fried Chicken gas station review. I think we're going to do that. That's a good thing to do. So I will have a video by the end of the day that will be forwarded along to you of my review of what could be a new movement in America where Dixie gas station chicken comes to north of the Mason-Dixon line. So I hope it's good. And they will be critiqued very hard because I have been to some of the finest gas station eating establishments in the South. So they have a very high bar. And I hope they can handle it because it's going to be really tough on them. And there will be questions. So good to hear you guys. Big group. Glad everybody jumped in this morning. And best of 7-3 to you all. Until we meet again. All rise for the national anthem. This is KB3RHR, now leaving the airwaves at this time. And I'll send it over to TOW. Go ahead.